What's up, my people? Welcome to Exploring the Car Drive Time Shaman video. Uh-oh, we got the new Deftones in the house. The full moon in the back. Much love from Canada. I'm not going to be able to read some of the comments because I'm driving and I got little baby Tana behind me in the back seat sleeping. But it is a beautiful moon outside. And we're going to do a live stream tonight with my new camera, which is going to be a very interesting show. It's going to be for my patrons right before the end of the month. Oy. Just hit a pothole. Man, so how's everybody doing out there? Metaphysical Mama. So you guys will be able to find it at The Mystical Spiral, patreon.com/The Mystical Spiral. And what's very interesting is that I've been doing readings on people for, I started literally in middle school, doing oracle readings. Hey, Melinda. I started doing, like oracle readings for people in middle school and things like that. And as I am bored in my life. Jeremy, well, if you're bored, then it's coming from you, brother. It's got to be, you got to be able to always stay fresh by going into new areas. And when you go into new areas, try to go as deep as you can and not scatter your energy in all these different areas a little by little. Like, you always go to new areas, but make sure you to stay fresh, but make sure you don't scatter your energy in all these different energy in areas. You know what I mean? So there's a balance. But I've been doing readings for, almost 30 years. And I did them for free, for many years. Many years I did them for free. Now I do receive like donations or payment for my readings, but any healing work I do, I never charge for. Like, if it's a healing work, if someone's in jeopardy and they need a quick something or all of this, I never charge for that. Or if I have to help somebody do a clearing, I never charge for that. But of course, for your time and energy, if you're doing a reading for someone, you should be compensated in some way, especially if you're doing it on a full-time basis, pretty much on a large range, right? It is a dangerous thing because a lot of people are just astrologers or they're using some app to get your reading. And this is not the case with me. I'm one of the few rare actual if you want to call it a clairvoyant or whatever you want to label it, that do readings. So it's really intense. And I've noticed lately, and I just recently sort of connected the dots between this, and I never connected it before. And I noticed, like, the way I do readings is I have to have a signal. Like, if I talk to somebody on the phone and I hear I guess it's like the vibrations of their voice, the certain frequency of that they're generating through their thought patterns and everything, I tap into that signal, right? But I could still tap into that signal through an email. It's just a little bit more difficult for me. But I started, so sometimes, not always, with this signal comes a color, an energy, a wave of emotion and color that gets incorporated with that person's energy, right? So that's typically what we would call an aura or a layer, right? So this if you want to call it an auric layer or spiritual body, it could range into different colors, like, different. So sometimes when you read somebody, it could be like a light white color, and then it could, by the end of the reading, it's transformed to a light blue or a blue or something like this. Or at the beginning, It could be a red, and then it changes to an orange. And I know it has to do with emotions, but it also has to do with your star origin influence. Now, I thought it was just a coincidence a couple of times, but I've gone back in my readings and started to look in some of my charts. Because a lot of times when I do email readings on people, I have notebooks. First, I do the reading and I jot down everything I get out of it on my notebook, and then later on I will type it up in the email and send it to them. So I have my notebooks to reference. So I noticed that most times the birth star origin of your birth star, like everybody, not everybody, sometimes when people are born in a certain month, a certain day, there is no direct star influence with your birthday that we can figure out, right? And but some you can figure out through your astronomical chart, your astronomy chart, your birth chart, of what actual star is most influenced on your star origins, right? So say it's like Rigel in Orion or something is your birth star origin. Well, that star in the sky emits a certain color, right? A certain, either a reddish color or a blue color. I have found that the star's influence, that color of the star that emits in the sky, tends to be the same influence of that person's aura, which is pretty intense, because the stars do directly influence our lives, and I think this is direct proof. I'll see you guys later, and Spiral out.